welcome back to my YouTube channel. I cannot believe I'm saying this. Life has been so busy, so crazy, and I have not posted on here in so long. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I don't really like to hop on a platform and post something if it's not up to the standards of what I like. But I think as time goes on and becoming a mum, you learn quite quickly that there's no such thing as being perfect, and I really want to come back on here and be unfiltered, real, raw, and show you guys a lot of the highs, but show you guys a lot of the downs that a lot of people don't show. So if you're new here, please subscribe. I will be posting weekly videos that consist of vlogs, challenges, interviews, and just things that are going on in my everyday life. I thought I'd start this video with a little life update slash Q&A so you guys can just hear a little bit of what's been going on in my life and why I have been MIA. So let's get to it. Firstly, life has been so busy with the kids. Being a mum is my number one job that I strive to be the best mum that I can, and it is full on from after school activities, from homework, from school, from my husband has a Turkish big family, so we've got lots of family on that side. From my side, obviously you guys know I've got my sisters and my brothers, so it is busy with the kids and the cousins and life, and there's always something on. Literally, there is always something on in my personal life with the kids. Aside from that, you guys have been hearing about it for some time, but we have officially started the demolition on our home. This is so exciting for me because I feel like I've spoken about it on here at my other social media platforms for so long. Things happen, there's been delays. The main delay was approvals. We submitted everything to the council, moved out, got a rental, and then didn't hear anything for months and months. So we rented out the house because of the delays. And then as soon as we got approvals, we found an amazing interior designers, which I'm going to be doing a renovation build series on here. So you guys are gonna hear all about them and who they are, because the finishes and what we've chosen and everything for the house is honestly just a dream come true. Everything is being knocked down except for a few frames. It's crazy. And then we are going to be starting. So I am so excited for that. Another thing that's been taking up a lot of my time lately is skin. So I own 2 skin clinics here on the Gold Coast with my sister Amy. I've never had a service-based business, so I've definitely learned so much throughout the past few years. There's been a lot of highs and there's been a lot of lows. There's been a lot of regulation changes. There's been a lot of times when we've had to be really innovative and pivot, and I will be sharing a lot of that side of business on here as well. Then obviously I have my ambassador work that goes across TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and here, which is honestly the biggest blessing. I absolutely love my job. I love that I get to work with brands that I generally love and buy and purchase from. So I do not take that for granted, and that's been something that I've been doing for about 10 years now. Let's get straight into the Q&A. I have not read these yet. I just want to be really real, unfiltered, and just answer them as I read them. So let's go. How do you keep such a flat stomach? Well, thank you so much for the compliment. Really try to eat healthy and work out. I'm not consistent with gym workouts. I'm not really a gym girly. I do reformer Pilates and I have an at-home gym, which I honestly just use dumbbells and do like floor workouts, which is really good. So I feel like if you're consistent with core workouts, Pilates, eating healthy, that's my tip. Are you happy in your marriage? Ooh, deep question. You know what? I am so happy in my marriage. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. No marriage is perfect. And when I see people that say my marriage is perfect and it's always been perfect, I honestly don't buy that at all. Every single marriage has its highs and has its lows. I feel like everyone's always continuously changing. So you need to try and change at the same pace, in the same direction as your partner. But I am truly in a really happy part of my marriage. I'm really grateful that I've found my husband who gets me, understands me, and honestly, I didn't think I would find someone who would be able to handle my craziness and I have found someone, so I'm really thankful. How do you stay in shape? Nutrition and workout. So I'm a really boring eater. Chicken and rice, chicken and veggies, steak and veggies, steak and rice, things like that. And then the weekends I go a little crazy, which is, you know what, one extreme to another, but I feel like I'm pretty healthy during the week. So I try to spoil myself on the weekends. And when it comes to working out, Pilates and just home workouts, like honestly, if you have a bag of rice, you can do an amazing HIIT workout at home. Do you have help around the house or do you do it all yourself? So I have an au pair. Kelly is absolutely amazing. And honestly, if you're a working mum and you have the means to get help, I would totally recommend. It's actually more affordable than sending your child to childcare with the childcare prices. And it's honestly been the best thing ever for me. I absolutely love her. I look at her like a little sis, and she has been a blessing, like an absolute blessing to our family. What is your biggest tip on becoming an influencer? I think my biggest tip for you would be to think about who you're going to show up as, what makes you unique, what makes you quirky, what makes you different, and really don't be scared to show those things. Don't try and be like the other influencers online, or it's not going to work. You really need to be authentic, and don't be worried about what anyone thinks who's going to watch your video. Just show up as the authentic version of you and just keep moving forward. If you're going to be worried about who's watching it, what you sound like, what you look like, you will not get far. You really need to be confident in yourself and just post. And 3 things that I would recommend when you do post is for your content to either be educational, entertaining, or inspiring. That is something that I learned years ago at an Instagram conference, and I really try to post content that is either one of those. It doesn't always happen, but it's a good guideline. And consistency. Be consistent. Post every day if you can. Who inspires you? This is a question that I always get asked when I do public speaking, and I feel like I never have the right answer. I have inspiration from different people for different things. Huge inspiration is my stepdad when it comes to business. I watched him growing up do massive, huge deals and lose huge amounts of money and just keep moving forward like it was nothing. So he is a huge business inspiration to me, where my dad is a huge inspiration when it comes to creativity and not caring what people think and being authentic to yourself. And then I would also say my mum just being the most giving, kindest person, having the biggest heart is just honestly so inspirational. So I guess it's my parents. Where and why have your sisters left Australia? So Starlet and Ava, my 2 youngest baby sisters, have left Australia. They have moved to London. Honestly, it's just because they wanted a change. They're young, they're single, they had nothing tying them down here. And I'm so happy and excited for them. I know they're gonna have the best time, but at the same time, yes, I miss them so much and I wish they were at home, but I totally get it. Not having kids, not having a husband, being able to just travel and just see where it takes them is so exciting. So yeah, they're in London. What is your favorite thing about living in Australia? I absolutely love Australia. I think the weather's amazing. I think it is so multicultural. Like there are people from all over the world here in Australia. I love the beaches. I love the easygoing kind of vibe, especially because I have a lot going on in my head and in my personal life. So the atmosphere really calms me, and I feel like you just have everything here. How are you finding Ramadan? So I'm finding fasting really hard this year. I've had a few days where I've had my coffee and my water, but every day so far I have not eaten, and I feel like it's different for everyone. I'm trying not to be hard on myself those days that I have had a few sips of water, but I'm really trying to focus in on learning more. It's not just about fasting for the food for me, it's about everything. It's about praying more, it's about learning more, reading more, and doing good deeds. How are you doing, and how long will it take to do the house? I'm doing really good. Thank you so much for asking. How long will it take to do the house? I have no clue. Like, I have no clue. If you ask our builder, project manager, he'll say something. If you ask my husband, he'll say something different. So I'm just going with the flow. Did you change your son's name to Hembrow? Yes, I did. So I chose the name Gabriel because the Turkish version was Hembrow, and I loved both. On his birth certificate is Gabriel, but my husband just kept saying Hembrow, and it just grew on me, and I just loved it. I felt like it was so different, such a unique name, and we just thought, if we're calling him Hembrow, why would we not change it on his birth certificate? So we are going through the process of changing his name legally also. What does Aaliyah aspire to do in the future? What a cute question. She's really into musical and theatre. She loves to sing. She loves to express herself. But I have no clue. You know what kids are like? They just change their future goals every minute, and honestly I would not want her to even think about it till she's older. I think sometimes too much pressure isn't nice on kids, so I just let her go with the flow. Do you plan on franchising skin? So we've thought about this in the past, and never say never, but I think for our brand and what we kind of stand for, our pillars, is all about the experience. And I think when you franchise, you kind of lose those beautiful touches. So at this stage, we are definitely not thinking of franchising. Maybe potentially opening more in the future, maybe not. We're really content with the two that we have here on the Gold Coast. How is your relationship with your stepkid's mum? Is it hard? You know what, when I first met her, it was really hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was really difficult, and we had some really tricky times. But right now, as it stands, I communicate more with her than even my husband does. And she is really lovely, and I really get along with her, but we don't really spend any time together because she lives in a different state. So we don't spend time together, but I think if we lived in the same state, I actually would really get along with her. I think you just really have to put the kids first and think that they're always going to be in your life because of the kids. So it's just better to get along. Like, why not? How to stay positive like you do every day. Some advice. That is so sweet. But you know what? I really pride myself in thinking positive, and I really think mindset is everything, and what you think is what you become. And I'm a true believer of that. And I think in every situation, it's how you look at something. So it's truly like looking at the cup half full or half empty, waking up and just thinking of the good in every single situation, because everything passes. So it's really something that you need to train your mind in thinking the positive in every situation, and it really affects your life in a great way. This question has been asked so many times. Any more kids? Guys, never say never, but no, never. I've got this beautiful girl right here.
This is for me.
Yeah. I just also want to give each child quality time and the attention that they need. And 5 kids, there's not enough time in the day. Is it a full demo or renovation? I wouldn't say it's a renovation, because if you go have a look at the house now, guys, there are just some wood pieces holding the house, and it's being extended front and back. So it isn't a complete knockdown because we're keeping some of the structure wood, but there is not one window, there is not one wall, there is nothing. It's like an empty shell with wood. So what do you call that? There is no way you could live in this house. There's absolutely nothing. Can you create a new Instagram for all things renovation? I think I did a poll and it was half, but you know what? I might just do a page anyway, just to have, because there's no harm in that. Can you please do your iftar videos? I will be posting some iftar videos, guys. It's just been crazy. How do you balance raising your family, work, and going to the gym? I do not really go to the gym ever. I go to Pilates sometimes, and I'll do it straight after school drop off. And then it's mainly home workouts, guys, because I have a child, or there's just not enough time to go to work out, then come home, then get changed, have a shower, and then go back out. So I really use my home gym quite a bit, which I don't use any of the equipment. I use like a dumbbell, that's it. But I've got like a treadmill and a bike and other things like that. So I think it's just seeing what works for you. Obviously, you guys know I have an au pair now, so that has made a huge difference in my life. I feel way less stressed, even though I don't like to say the word stressed. I feel at ease because I have her there to help me out with pretty much anything I need, which is absolutely amazing. So I think getting the support from your family or friends or someone that can help you out if you do have kids and you are working, because honestly, ask for help because it's hard. It's hard to do it on your own. You should smile more with your teeth. You know what? I was thinking, do I get veneers? Guys, can you let me know in the comments? Should I get veneers or not? I kind of want to, but I don't know. I'm on the fence. Your skincare, I will post a whole separate video for that, guys, because I love my skincare routine and all my goodies that I use. So I will do an AM and PM separate to that. What are you most excited about in your new home? I think maybe the alfresco area. We are doing a really big indoor-outdoor barbecue area. My husband and I love to host. We love to do barbecues and relax and have a tea. And we are doing a pretty epic outside area that's going to continue on to where the pool is. We're thinking like travertine and big and open. So I'm looking forward to that because then I can host my friends and family and do nice dinner parties and just relax in the afternoons with my husband and the kids. So I'm really looking forward to that. Guys, there are so many questions, but I don't want to make this video too long. If you guys want more questions answered, please let me know and I can do a separate one. If not, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching and make sure to subscribe and like.